The sand has basically run out on the proverbial timer. At this point, Greg, you're either in or you're out.
Yeah, for most teams, the future is certain. It's the playoffs or 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Teams are either building for the future or liking what they've got.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The guard pair will be Doncic and Reed. James is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's LaRavia in at the small forward spot.
When Ayton is this aggressive offensively, defenses really get too physical with him, and you see now resort to fouling.
Free throw drops for Ayton. Tim, DeAndre Ayton was coveted as the #1 overall pick back in 2018.
Well, he moves so well for a 7-footer, and he's got great touch out to the mid-range. Kevin, his offensive game is special.
Ayton hits them both. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports. Who has a better floater than Steph?
And here is Los Angeles now. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. I asked him about LeBron James and what his team's defensive game plan was against him, and he said to me, hope and pray that he misses a majority of his shots. With LeBron, there's only so much you can do against him, but we're going to do our best. We'll see what happens here tonight. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the night.
What's up?
Free throw, no good for Green. One of the best defenders of his generation. Tim, do you think Draymond Green will be a surefire Hall of Famer?
Well, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year, and not to mention a key contributor on 4 Warriors championship teams. Kevin, he will be in the Hall of Fame, no question.
Well, we've seen Reeves evolve as a playmaker over time. He's so good at taking what he sees in that pick and roll.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Ayton a screen on Butler. And here's Doncic from the arc. Here's Ayton. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
That long reach by Ayton made it easy for him to collect that rebound and convert.
Porzingis looking it over. Curry outside. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Here's the 3. James on the follow.
And you have to keep James off the boards because he will punish you like that if he gets the rebound.
Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Porzingis with the block. To the left side wing. A nice shot by Moody.
Yeah, great to see Butler sharing the basketball. Passes like that help develop team chemistry.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Jimmy Butler. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Reeves outside. And a wide open look for James. And the Lakers with another miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And here is Butler. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's tipped. Reeves. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Reeves has a great ability to finish, and he knows how to work inside.
Curry passes to Butler. Nice D from Doncic.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And here is Butler after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Bounce pass, Butler. Porzingis kicks to Curry. Lock at 6. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Austin Reeves picks one up.
Clever move by Curry, taking the foul, but still getting the shot on.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Now in his late 30s, Steph Curry, Tim, continues to be a dominant force.
Well, his conditioning is on a world-class level, Kevin. He's never been one to beat you with his explosiveness, so his plan is just to outlast his opponents.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Austin Reeves. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. I've always admired the impact that Steph Curry, Tim, has made on this game, and not only at this level, but at every level. With that in mind, do shooters train differently in part because of him?
Yeah, I believe they do, Kevin, but you've got to beware. This is a guy that's often imitated, rarely replicated. He is so special, but I think guys need to add escape dribbles, the sidestep dribble, and certainly deep shooting off the dribble. That's where Steph Curry has impacted the modern shooter.
That's good advice. Here's Kennard, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Here's Doncic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, they're passing to Moody. And here is Green. Doncic with the steal. One-on-one fast break. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Warriors trail by 3. Pass to Butler. And the shot goes in.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And the Warriors making a change here. Richards is checked in. Here on the 2K leaderboard of the NBA's leading defensive teams since the All-Star break, the Lakers in 5th.
And they've shown no slippage defensively. If anything, they've become more stifling since the break. I mean, they're playing inspired, passionate basketball at that end of the floor.
Pass to Kennard. Back to Doncic. Here's LaRavia. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Butler passes to Curry. Porzingis with a screen on Kennard. The shot by Curry, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Jimmy Butler, quite the pairing with Steph Curry, and Steph said he's like the exact opposite player of me. He's dominating the paint, I'm dominating the perimeter. Butler said, I don't think I could be a better complement to him, and vice versa. They're not leaving him ever. I'm playing in so much space. Guys, back to you.
A terrific fit. Thank you, Allie. And that one's good by Butler.
And one of the most competitive players this league has, Butler answering that triple.
Lakers leading by 4. Now Kennard. Nothing on the board. On the wing, Doncic. And they double up Doncic. From deep, James. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Yeah, that's the kind of performance you're going to try to build on. Now they have to find a way to replicate that success.
And here is Doncic after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. It's up a 3. Here's Ayton over Porzingis, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
You got to give Ayton credit. This guy is solid at keeping his balance even with the contact.
Kennard against Curry. The layup off target. Lakers leading by 6. Over in the corner, LaRavia. Out to Doncic. Traps in the tray. Doncic has got 13.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Curry. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's LeBron. Here's LaRavia. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Here's Porzingis. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Kennard. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 17. LeBron can't get it to go.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is nonstop.
Well, you can talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
2 shots.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And another thing they've done well is attack the offensive glass. Whenever a shot goes up, they're very aggressive and physical getting after that basketball.
Al Horford, he's checked in for the Warriors. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Stephen Curry. And then for the Lakers, Hayes, he's checked in for Ayton. Vanderbilt comes in for LeBron. And it's Hachimura in for Jake LaRavia.
And Butler is a leader by example. He's a hard worker who plays his heart out, and he can set the tone for his team, and then he expects them to match that effort.
Pass to Melton. Now here's Porzingis. Back to Melton. Plays it up and banks it in.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 13. Over Butler. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 15 points.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Melton kicks to Porzingis. Horford against Vanderbilt. Here's Butler. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. 8 points for him.
He's been on fire since the beginning of this game, particularly when you look at the high percentage shots he's getting.
.127 left to play in the first. Here's Doncic. His last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Kennard. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Melton, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Doncic. 15 points in the game. And they double up Doncic. And Hayes throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Warriors trail by 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Podziemski, he's checked in for the Warriors. Porzingis kicks to Richard. Pass to Melton. There's the three. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Hachimura, no good. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Golden State. 6-point game. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
In shooting while in rhythm, Porzingis demonstrating how you torch the defense off the dribble. Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Right back after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it is tough to lose when you get that many more chances to score.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Jackson Hayes. And it's Reeves in at the point guard position. Podziemski finds Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Hayes. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Kristaps Porzingis. Melton against Reeves. Pass to Kennard. The offensive rebound. Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
So it's the Warriors now after the basket by Los Angeles. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. So, Tim, I'm sure it's hard to pick one, but who would you call the most underrated player right now in the NBA?
I think it's Pascal Siakam, and I have felt that way for a few years. I just think you're talking about someone who has great energy, plays both ends of the floor, and is a matchup nightmare because of his versatility.
And began kind of in oblivion. He had to play some time in the G League and work his way up.
Became the most improved player in this league.
Moody's checked in for Brandon Pajemski. So he gets them both. Here's Reeves. He has 5. Down low. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Warriors trail by 5. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Such a wide open look. Moody's got his second bucket of the night.
And scanning the floor well. Porzingis all about finding open teammates when they've got a look.
LA's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. To the paint. Here's Kennard. Count that one. Kennard's got his first basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Moody the pass to Melton. Horford sets a screen for Melton. Off target from three-point range.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Reeves against Porzingis. Reeves the pass to Hachimura. Drains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
Just solid with the jump shot. Hachimura helps your offense in a number of ways. In that case, spacing the floor.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Outside, Porzingis. Six to shoot. Over Hayes. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
Well, that gave them a huge edge in the game because free throw shooting often determines the outcome.
The Lakers with the ball, following the miss by Porzingis. Reeves gets the bucket.
How about the toughness there by Reeves, meeting the defense inside and getting that one to go.
Now, here's Moody. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Sacramento. Can they get it? It's blocked.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Ayton.
And you can't get too wrapped up in the numbers, but sure, his rebounding volume has indeed been decreasing. Is that a function of physicality, alterations to playing style? Possibly. One thing for certain, you hope the decline isn't attributed to a lack of effort.
He's off on the first, and the Warriors making a change here. Butler's checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. Smart's checked in. It's the second from the line. Now, here's Melton. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento.
But he also had an impact as a facilitator, generating offense for others.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And a wide open look for Hachimura. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Hachimura's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Lakers. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Quinton Post is checked in for Golden State. Doncic is checked in for the Lakers. Porzingis with the ball. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Sacramento.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass. And in getting that three to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by the Lakers.
Lakers leading by 10. Now Reeves. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City. And a deep three from Doncic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Pass to Post. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. It's tipped. And they get it back. Here's Vanderbilt. Post covering. Shot clock at 5. Hachimura, no good.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
And a late second-round pick. But Tim Quinton Post showing he can contribute.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a true 7-footer, and he has proven he is more than comfortable shooting it from the three-point line. He is a proven NBA player.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
Stephen Curry's checked in for DeAnthony Melton. And then for the Lakers, LeBron's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Jake LaRavia comes in for Hachimura. And it's Kennard in for Austin Reeves. And legs from going undrafted to becoming a three-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 10.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And here is Doncic. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. LaRavia, the bounce pass. Trying to get something. Oh, LeBron does it again.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Curry against Kennard. Curry, good.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Doncic. He's got 18. And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Al Horford, he's checked in for Porzingis. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Ayton, he's checked in for Kennard. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 18. And here's James outside. They get the rebound. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got 8 points.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Curry kicks to Butler. To the wing right side. 6 on the shot clock. And it's LaRavia with the rebound. Lakers leading by 5. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. The Lakers going out and acquiring superstar talent in Luka Doncic. LeBron James said, everything I do on the floor, Doncic has the ability to do it or even do it better. That's how great he is. Even at his young age, he's such a unique, special player. A generational talent. Back over to you guys.
They're clearly happy to have him. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
The first one falls.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And so Butler nails both of them.
And free throws have never really been an issue for Butler. Makes a living at the line.
Pass to LaRavia. Vanderbilt gets a wide open look. The three-pointers off the mark. Warriors trail by 3. Now post. Back to Butler. They set the pick. Butler on the move. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Coming off the screen, Butler draws attention to himself and then makes a great pass.
The Lakers shooting 41% from the field here in the second. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Jimmy Butler. And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
And the first one at the line is good. So, Tim, here's a word you often hear teams talk about. And that's culture. How does an organization create the right culture?
Well, I think, Kevin, you establish core values and then you make those non-negotiable. When everybody connects with that and connects to those values, you really have something special.
Holding on to the rope and pulling in the same direction.
That's what it's all about. And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
And Butler, here we go. And stolen by Ayton. Vanderbilt kicks to Doncic. Kicks it out to James. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Butler with the ball. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Over in the corner, LaRavia. Doncic outside. Ayton a screen on Butler. The 3 for Doncic. No good that time.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Kept alive. Outside for Curry. Second chance effort. That's tipped. Fast break. Here we go. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off target from outside.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Inside. Stolen. Laravia with it. Butler covering. The three for Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do. Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to LeBron. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Warriors. Porzingis comes in for Quentin Post. And it's Green in for Al Horford. Austin Reeves is checked in for the Lakers. 1:10 left here in the second. And the rejection by Curry.
And Steph Curry not necessarily known for his defense, but it goes to show you he plays with great awareness.
Warriors trail by 4. Stephen Curry, what a shooter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
A nice shot by Doncic.
Oh, what an ugly start to this quarter. Only 1 of 8 from the field.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Now, here's Moody. 9 points in the game so far. Curry, wide open. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Los Angeles leading by 3. Now LeBron. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
And he was a force on the glass. Absolutely dominant.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. Ellie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm here with Coach J.J. Redick. What do your guys need to do to pull off this win?
Just continue to emphasize being organized, both offensively and defensively. We've been in the half-court or in transition, and we've been organized. We've done a really nice job, and overall, our guys fought.
I know you'll keep them organized. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Hello and welcome, and what a first half for cool hand Luka Doncic.
He's been hunting for a shot pretty much all first half, and why not? The results speak for themselves.
From the naked eye, he just looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
Isn't
Ernie, what is a naked eye?
I was just about to say, isn't the eye always naked?
It is.
Well, no, if you put glasses on.
Ooh.
Are glasses like clothes? Eye clothes. Let's start a new company, Kenny.
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
You take a look at the Lakers. The playoffs right around the corner. Tonight's going to be about fine-tuning and getting ready for the postseason.
Yeah, 1 game left to play. You want to stay as healthy as possible and go out with a win.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
Here's Doncic. We've got Butler. Draymond Green is out there with Moody. Then it's Curry. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And Doncic with the triple.
The skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
And stolen by Ayton. Here's James.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Most players would give anything for that kind of vertical.
But he's not giving it away. He wants to keep it all for himself.
Now, it is something special to be born with that kind of verticality.
Here's Curry, following the bucket by the Lakers. Porzingis with a screen on Reeves. To the middle. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Ayton.
Showing why he's an elite talent. Porzingis making difficult physical finishes look effortless.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
And at 7'3", Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
On the wing, Reeves. Guarded by Curry. And it's LaRavia missing. Here's Moody. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. LeBron outside. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 14. That one rolling around and rims out. Warriors trail by 7. To the inside. Butler feeling it out a bit. Here's Curry with the 3. Curry nails the triple.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
On the wing, Doncic. LeBron outside. Goes up on the wing. And again, no good by the Lakers. Golden State's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And Ayton throws it down.
I love the fact that Ayton didn't just lay that up. He wanted to leave no room for doubt. Beautiful slam right there.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. When these players get to the free throw line, it's nearly automatic. The 2K leaderboards show us this month's free throw shooting percentage leaders. Stephen Curry fourth.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Warriors trail by 4. Pass to Buck. Five to shoot. Rebounded by the Lakers. LeBron's got rebound number 5 here tonight. When LeBron's playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that'll be, what will you remember most about his play?
You know, I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations and not only met those expectations, but fair to say, he's exceeded them.
So it's the Warriors now, following the 3 by the Lakers. Here's LaRavia, and LaRavia slams it in.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Outside Butler. Outside Green. Pass to Buck. Right side Curry. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 7th assist in the game.
Whatever they said at halftime, it is working. They look super confident out there.
Lakers leading by 6. On the wing, Doncic. And Butler sends it back.
Well, he is known as a lockdown defender, but Butler can also make plays on the ball.
Butler against Doncic. And they double up Doncic. It's stolen by Curry. Butler on the wing. Guarded by Doncic. Butler dishes to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Lakers. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Hits the jumper in space. Reeves has got 9.
Catch and fire. Reeves always ready to pull the trigger.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Trailing here by 8. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Doncic. 28 points for him. Reeves outside. Doncic with a screen on Curry. Kicks it out to James. 5 on the clock. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. He's got 14.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
Outside, Green. Here's Curry. Curry always finds a way. This time inside. Lakers leading by 6. James outside. Back to Doncic. And a miss there on the triple.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
And Butler gets it to go.
Well, he's a great mid-range scorer, and that's why Butler's teammates and coaches encourage him to look for that shot.
Here's Doncic. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And the Warriors making a change here. Richards is checked in. Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers. Luke Kennard comes in for Austin Reeves. Here's LaRavia. He's got 8. Here's Kennard. Ball's knocked loose. Warriors trail by 4. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Outside, Green. Pass to Curry. Shot clock at 5. They get it back. Porzingis. And he drops it in from the low post. Porzingis has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, boy, is he dialed in. Perfect from the field this period.
Kicks it out to James. James buries the 3.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
Outside Curry. To the paint. And Porzingis throws it down hard.
How about the creativity there from Porzingis? He wanted to make that one sting a little.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Pass to Kennard. Doncic with a screen for Kennard. And here is LeBron. Over in the corner, Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they double up Doncic. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Butler's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside, Green. Butler, a screen on James. Outside, Curry. For the tie. It's hauled in by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to LeBron. Here's Vanderbilt. Doncic outside. That 3 off the mark.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
Here's Curry with the 3. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors. Doncic against Butler. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
The 3-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
Well, and how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
The all-around game of Doncic is impressive. A walking triple-double threat every night.
Outside, Green. Curry is inside. He's defended by Reed. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Austin Reeves picks one up. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And he knocks down the first one.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
And the Lakers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. And both free throws good for Curry.
Well, he's already been labeled the greatest shooter of all time. So for Curry at this point of his career, he only cares about adding titles.
Some changes for Golden State. Al Horford's checked in for Green, and it's DeAnthony Melton in for Jimmy Butler. On defense, the Warriors. It's a one-point game. Takes the three, and that one's good. Hachimura's got 10.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Now, here's Melton. He's got 5. It's Curry outside. Trains the three-pointer. Curry's got 30 points.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Vanderbilt finds Reeves. Back to Vanderbilt. And stolen by Horford. Over Kennard. And there the Warriors now with another bucket.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Pass to Hayes. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. Number 5, the Warriors.
And right now, their three-point shooters are in terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
And he makes the first. Hayes hits them both. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. And here's Melton. He's got 5. Outside Curry. And the 3 off target. Los Angeles has got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Hayes with the screen for Reeves. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Back to Melton. Outside Curry. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Hayes. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. 13 points was their biggest lead. Wow, what a play! Unbelievable!
And you know the drive is coming from Reeves, but you still can't stop it.
Here's Melton. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Richard, he's covered by Hachimura.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
Melton against Reeves. Kennard, the pass to Vanderbilt. Lakers passing it around. And the 3 ball is good. Reeves has got 7 points for the quarter.
You know, I wouldn't call Reeves an elite three-point shooter, but Austin is more than capable.
Curry shot is off. Pass to Kennard. Back to Vanderbilt. Up in time. And that one released in time, but no good. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Lakers lead by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
When we get about a 5-minute defensive burst, we got to get about a 5-minute defensive burst where we bring it and let them feel it. We know we're going to make shots. This whole game is about our defensive effort.
And Coach Steve Kerr asking his guys to turn up the heat, even if it's just for a short stretch.
Yeah, as a coach, sometimes you have to ask for something short term. I mean, just to get everyone pointed in the right direction.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Austin Reeves out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Jackson Hayes. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Hachimura in at the 3 spot. And there's the foul. It'll go on Moses Moody. That is his first foul of the game. Now here is Hachimura. He's covered closely. Count the basket. And the Lakers lead by 6.
And the confidence Hachimura has in himself, knows he can score from this area when given the chance.
Gets it to go. That one good for Melton.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Reeves outside. Takes a 3. The rebound by Post. The Warriors shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Butler against Reeves.
And looking to do damage in there, Butler draws the foul.
And the first one drops. Marcus Smart's checked in for the Lakers. And so he hits both. And here is Los Angeles now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Hachimura finds Vanderbilt. Pass to Reeves. Fires the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Lakers lead by 5.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now Melton. Now here's Moody. Shot clock at 6. Back to Melton. This one for 3. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Hachimura. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Great job by Hachimura to not lose his concentration. Boy, he plays with great focus and energy.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Golden State. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Lakers. Luka Doncic comes in for Smart. And the free throw, no good. Warriors trail by 7. On the wing, Melton. Kennard covering. Pass to Melton. From the arc. And the Warriors miss again.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Vanderbilt.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Vanderbilt hits them both. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 9 points. Pass to Butler. Horford with a screen on Doncic. Now here's Horford. And the Warriors miss again. Butler against Doncic. Vanderbilt kicks to Kennard. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's foul number 2 for him. Green, he's checked in for Quentin Post. Kennard with the ball. Pass to Vanderbilt. 6 to shoot. Doncic outside. A three-pointer, no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Melton passes to Butler. He's looking for Horford and finds him. To end the run, a rebound by the Lakers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Vanderbilt finds Hachimura. Now Doncic jacks up a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one. Melton against Vanderbilt. Horford has a wide open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Lakers leading by 9. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And stolen by Horford. Here's Melton. Here's Butler. To the middle. Here's Horford. A rebound by the Lakers. Doncic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Vanderbilt inside. Working on Green.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And there it is for him.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Kennard with a screen on Butler. Doncic kicks to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Butler against Vanderbilt. Butler, no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And it's Doncic missing.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
And here is Butler. Outside, Horford. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the right side. Bounce pass from Vanderbilt. Doncic passes to Hachimura. Back to Doncic. Over Green. And it's Melton with the rebound.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
Pass to Moody. Left side, Horford. No good from outside.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Outside, Butler nails the 16-footer.
That's a tough jumper by Butler. The pull-up is a difficult shot to defend.
Doncic outside. Pass to Kennard. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And the Lakers lead by 8.
So he just finds a teammate.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
And that one's good. Hachimura.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Porzingis, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Melton. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. James comes in for Vanderbilt. Jake LaRavia is checked in for Hachimura. And it's Austin Reeves in for Kennard. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us, an update. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen in on, guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. James in the post, headed by Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, if you're trying to outthink LeBron James, forget about it. He's always been one step ahead.
Shooting two.
Free throw good, LeBron.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. In whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And maybe the most storied high school player ever. It's amazing to think that LeBron's exceeded expectations at the pro level.
Pass to Curry. Fires away from outside. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
And Reeves welcomes the contact on his way up, especially when he's that close to the basket.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Reeves.
A dependable source of offense. Austin Reeves, a 3-level scorer and a talented facilitator. Plus, this guy's just got that knack for drawing fouls.
And Reeves drops them both. Warriors trail by 10. Pass to Moody. Back to Butler. On deep. And it's LaRavia with the rebound.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Butler against LeBron. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And one of those players who will not be denied. LeBron's so strong inside.
1 shot.
The Warriors shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Butler on the wing. Guarded by Doncic.
And Jimmy Butler earning himself another whistle. He knows how to draw contact.
First free throw is good. And so Butler nails both of them. Here's Doncic. Ayton. Porzingis pulls it down. Curry fires. The 3 is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here's Ayton. Austin Reeves. Another chance here. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Here's Doncic. James missed on the three. Warriors trail by 9. Now Butler. Doncic with the block.
The anticipation is there for Luka on defense.
James fires. He nails it from 11.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Count it!
And that's what Porzingis has to do. Use his size and length on the offensive glass.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. From deep, Porzingis pulls it down. The Warriors shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Butler with the ball. Porzingis with a screen on Doncic. Hands off.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Now Ayton. Now Doncic. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Ayton. Finally, it goes in.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
You love how competitive Butler is. He insists on taking his shot despite the foul.
So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10. Good on both. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside, James. Vanderbilt setting the pick for James. The three doesn't go. Swiped away. And so the Lakers take the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
All right, guys, LeBron, a superstar matchup tonight. What goes through your mind when you're facing that kind of a challenge?
You know, for me, it's never about an individual challenge or an individual game. It's about the team. Now, you do take the challenge anytime you're going against anybody, but you also got to have your mind in the game, too, and not make it personal. So taking the challenge, making sure your mind is in the right frame, and just trying to make plays for your teammates to be successful.
Thanks, LeBron. Back to you.
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Luka Doncic.